Hi everybody, it's Patrick and Serena again, here to talk to you more about the registry. This is our second episode, and like we promised, we were going to talk more about what charge means. So I also wanted to talk more about how you can do all of these extra things with charge, but I think I'm going to drive home the idea of what it actually means to do an exchange and how charge acts the same as value during a transaction. So Serena's going to help me with our example here. We were going to use candy for our example, but then we ate it all. They're yummy. I like.
We still got juju.
We still got some juju though. I don't know if they're gonna make it to the end of the episode, but we'll try.
So we eat them at the end of the episode.
Maybe that's what we'll get.
Is it okay if I at least have one?
Can I have one too?
Yeah.
Cheers.
One. I don't really like these jujus. Not gonna lie.
Maybe you would like some chocolate. Hey, there's some chocolate. You like chocolate crisp? All right, should we just get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody gets the same amount of charge as everybody else in the registry over the same amount of time. And you have to pick, the registrar is going to pick some number. If you recall, there's a registrar, the system or person that we trust, and that's us at the moment, but it could be a computer system, or it could be a bank, or even just somebody in your local neighborhood that does this. So let's say, how many should we give people? So we were going to use one every second or something. So let's just say 3 seconds have gone by, Serena. So can you give everybody in our little example here 3 charge? Because 3 seconds have gone by. Okay. Now, the first money has to come from somewhere, and we're not there yet to explain where it comes from, so we're just going to give everybody $3 to start with. So just for our example, we're going to get into when the first money comes in a little bit. Okay. You giving everyone their charge, Serena? That's your job. Charge. Charge is what?
1.
3. Because 3 seconds have gone by. And each person's going to get 3.
This guy.
Oh, these 2 guys are going to play? I was going to use the board, but it's up to you. Do you want to go down here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll put them right here. So everyone can see, right?
Yeah.
So everyone can see the charge and the exchange. So we call the red ones exchange and the white ones charge. And remember, these guys just started with exchange. We're going to talk about where that first exchange comes from later on. Okay. So let's say another second goes by. What does the registrar do, Serena? After another second goes by, everybody gets the same amount of charge as everybody else on the registry. And these are the 2 members in our registry at this moment. Great. Another second. One more second. Go for it. Okay. So now we're going to make an example of these 2 guys exchanging something with themselves. So what's this girl's name?
Jessica.
Jessica.
And Jason.
And Jason. Jason would like to buy Jessica's dice. Jason.
You're Jason.
I'll be Jason. Jason does not want to spend any more than 2 exchange dollars for that to happen. So I'm going to be Jason. Hi, Jessica. I'd really like to buy your dice. Would you sell it to me if I offered 2 exchange?
Okay.
Great. Can you show me that you can back up the price with 2 charge dollars? Excellent. So let's present these. Move these out of the way so everyone can see.
This is like the charging board.
That's right. Let's use the charging board right here. So Jason presents 2 exchange and Jessica presents 2 charge. And just like we were talking in the last episode, charge behaves just like value. She can back up the price with charge. So Jason and Jessica both agree. So now what does Jessica do with the dice?
She gives it to him?
That's right. She gives Jason the die. And then now the registrar converts the money. Do you remember how he does it? Well, now, so see, what Serena did is she gave the charge to Jason, but it doesn't really work like that. A better way to think about it so that it's more clear is that what the registrar will do is convert Jessica's charge into exchange, not these exchanges, into its own exchange. Okay? And then the registrar would convert Jason's exchange into value. Okay? So notice that the charge turned into exchange and Jason's exchange turned into value. Okay? And now Jason has the dice. Thank you very much, Jessica. And notice how Jessica now has 5 exchange and 3 charge. Okay? And Jason has 1 exchange, 2 value, and 5 charge still. Now let's introduce our third member in the registry. Oh, we should pick a name for him. Jason.
This guy's named Jacob.
Jacob. Hi, Jacob. What's going on?
I would like to buy your dice.
Well, all right then. Can you afford 3 exchange? Do you have 3 exchange dollars? You do? Excellent. Well, I'm going to back that up with 2 value and 1 charge. So let's line them all up here, Serena. So we've got 2 value and 1 charge. Okay? And value works the same as charge in terms of backing up the price. So as the registrar, I would look at this and say, yep, this works. So do you remember what happens with the dice now, Serena?
Dice?
Yeah. Dice goes to Jacob. And the registrar now, instead of giving the money like we did last time, I'm going to convert the money. Jason's 2 value and 1 charge turn into exchange, right? And Jacob's exchange turns into value. And he has the dice and they go home. So now we can see here that Jason now has 4 exchange and 4 charge, and Jacob has 3 value and 5 charge. Did Jessica come back? Okay. Okay, bye, Jacob. She has some juju. Sounds like a good idea. So if we recall, Jessica had 5 exchange and 3 charge left. Should everyone get a bit more charge, Serena? Okay, so everyone gets a little bit more charge. So 3 more charge. Let's say 3 time has elapsed. Now, Jacob would also get 3 more charge. Everyone in the registry gets the same amount. Oh, hi, Jessica. How you doing? Oh, what do you got there?
I got some juju.
Oh, wow. How many jubes do you have here? You had 7.
But you did. Daddy.
It'll make the math easier.
I have 6 jujus.
Now, we need to pause it because I'm choking on a jube. I got it. Don't do jubes in the registry at the same time. We're okay. So I hope I've driven home the idea about how exchanges happen and how charge and value behave the same way, where you can use them to back up your price. Now, but the difference with charge, so charge is always trickling in as time elapses. But another thing you can do with charge is, well, before I can talk about charge, I need to talk about commitments. So Jessica has 6 jujubes here, right? And she can tell the registrar, hey registrar, I have 6 jujubes for sale. Jessica, I see you have 6 jujubes there, right? Can I buy one from you? I'll give you 1 exchange dollar. I have 1 exchange dollar to offer you for 1 jujube. I don't want to pay any more than 1 exchange dollar. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So, what we did before is she would show 1 charge to back up the 1 exchange, right? But now here's where we take the metrics of the supply of the commitments of the individuals of the registry. Jessica has 6 jujubes, so she's allowed to back up 6 charge for every 1 of Jason's exchange. Can you count out 6 charge, Serena? That's right. Very good. Okay, there are 6 charge that backs up 1 exchange. And the same thing happens. So 1 jujube, right, goes to Jason. And then Jason's exchange turns into one value, right? Right, Serena?
Yeah.
Not many.
Oh, yeah.
Just one. Okay. And then all of Jessica's charge turns into exchange. Go ahead and grab more exchange out of the thing.
Here?
Yep. You're doing an excellent job. And you're only 7, so boom. Okay, so those 6 charge turn into 6 exchange. Thank you very much. So yeah, as you can notice, Jessica just got really rich. But this is okay. It's going to make sense later. You might be thinking, well, how the heck could that be? Yes, in the traditional fiat sense, we've printed $5 extra from this. Now, value does not have this attribute. You cannot use the metrics of supply to add more value to the transaction. Value is always one-to-one with charge. So how about we use an example? So Jessica still has 5 more jujubes for sale, and she's going to go sell them to somebody else. But now let's say Jessica's far away. Yep. Sure, let's give everybody 2 more charge. You're right, because some time has elapsed. Let's say 2 seconds. You're so smart. Okay, so now let's say Jason bumps into Jacob again. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? I got a yummy jujube.
Do you want to trade?
But I really, really want this jujube. I can't give it up for no more than... There's 6. And then 1 value. So...
I'll give you 3.
It should now. So now, Jason wants all of this currency, this charge and this value, converted into exchange. And because there are still 6 jujubes in the system, and it's all sellers now, okay, not just the amount that Jessica had. Jessica had 6 jujubes, sold 1 to Jason. Jason didn't consume it, so he's offering it on the registry as a commitment as well. So you add all of them up, 5 of Jessica's and 1 of Jason's. So there's still 6 times the amount that Jason's going to get. So then we back up each one. So $1 each. $1 backs up 6 charge, which you can't really see. So 1 of Jacob's exchange dollars backs up 6 of Jason's charge. And then 1 of Jacob's exchange dollars backs up the 1 value dollars. We do not use the metrics of supply for the value. Jason gives the jujube. Everything gets swapped out, just like before. These all get converted into charge, right? And then Jacob's 2 exchange turn into charge. Jacob's 2 exchange turn into value, and Jacob gets those back. Jason gets all this money, and he no longer has a jujube. And that's how that's a very basic example on the metrics of the commitments of the supply of things in the registry that ends up creating more exchange in the system. So why do we do that? I'm going to post another episode as why I would like to post another episode as to why it was designed this way. But for now, we're just going to stick with the rules so that I can really concentrate on the whys later. So thanks for watching. The next episode, we're going to talk about... I had mentioned I was going to talk about how you can give charge to somebody else, but I think I'm going to say you can do it, but I think I'm going to talk more about that a little bit later. So you have a question, right, Serena?
So someone didn't have someone, you know how this is simple, where this guy has something and he wants to trade it for some amount of money, and this guy has it so he can trade.
Mm-hmm.
What if he didn't have enough?
So Serena, you're asking what if he didn't have enough value in charge?
Value in charge to actually get it.
That's a very good question, Serena. What if?
Can I do an example?
Sure. Sure. So let's say all this guy had was this money. He had no value in charge. He had none left, right? This is all that he has left because he's already sold a bunch of stuff to a bunch of other people, right?
And this guy has this.
And so this guy has the dice, right? He has no charger value, right? But
and this guy,
but he still wants to sell it. He doesn't want it anymore, and this guy wants to buy it, and he's willing to spend this much, like a ton of money, but he can't charge, right? He doesn't have any left because he's already done a bunch of stuff for people and filled up all of his exchange. So what happens? And that we'll talk about in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.